What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It's Monday night. Guess what? We got some Scott Fishbowl mocking to do. Yes, that's right. Scott Fishbowl 15 is right around the corner. Live drafts are about to be happening. I think there's one happening this weekend. I think Scotland is this weekend. I know Scott was heading out there. But yeah, Vegas will be soon. I think I'll be out there in Madison with I know that Coach Craig's going to be there in Madison. So that'll be fun. I'm going to be hosting an event in Minneapolis. Oh, we have somebody leave spot 3. All right, that is what it is. And then I know Rick's also hosting one in Houston, so it's going to be a good time. What's up? We do have a spot if anybody wants it. If anybody is here that wants to hop into this draft, we do have one spot. Somebody popped out.
It was Schneebs. He said that his nephew picked up a second baseball game, so he had to drop out.
Oh, that's all good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what?
He really wants to pop in real quick.
I mean, I think it's okay if we let it auto pick. That doesn't bother me. I mean, it might bother you. It might affect what you're trying to do. I don't know because it's next to you, but. I picked a 110, so I could care less if that thing gets auto-picked.
That's all right. Yeah, if anybody wants to pop in, it's all right. I mean, we have a spot available.
Is Bear Fan Pete? Oh, he is in this. Okay, he's at the 1-7.
So I don't want to start.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Pete.
So we can just after we get through kind of the first round, we can kind of discuss what we were discussing backstage. But yeah, it'll definitely suck because actually it might not. It might be okay. I think we can just roll. Since we got nobody coming in, we might as well just roll it. We got everyone here, so we're going to roll it. We're going to start the draft. You have to start it.
All right. Draft has been started. Sniper Mel, Saquon Barkley. No, she's been mixing it up.
She's here. I sent her a message.
She's making us sweat it out. Blink. Bijan. Yeah, she's been doing Bijan. I've seen her do Bijan a few times.
See, I don't think this falls to me here, but I think you have to go Jamar Chase in this style.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I mean, so I think that either player that I'm kind of, we'll talk about it here after the players roll through this round. Kind of what we were discussing backstage, first downs, touchdowns, catches, it's full PPR. Hey, we're doing this. So this is for Scott Fishbowl. If you're not in the Scott Fishbowl, I highly recommend that you go get signed up. ScottFishbowl.com. It's a huge charity event. There's a lot of live drafts that go on around the country and even out of the country. So, what's up, Albert? So yeah, it is I'll just show you guys real quick the rules. So these are. Did I post them in here? Yeah. So this is the scoring. It's pretty crazy. 6 points per touchdown, 2 points for all 2-point conversions. Your basic yards per pass point, basically 1.04 per yard. And then rushing is pretty standard, 0.11 per yard. And then let's see. 1 point per first down, rush down. Let's see. This is where like the volume is the thing we were talking about. 0.5 points per carry, 1 point per target. Or sorry, that's on MFL. If you're playing on MFL, it's 1 point per target, 1 point per reception, but also it's 2.5 points per reception on sleeper.
And so 3.5 for tight ends.
Yeah.
Tight ends get an extra point.
And the crazy thing about this too is there's no designation. So like you can start you can make it super flex. So you could start two quarterbacks, but you don't even have to start any quarterbacks. You could literally start all running backs or all receivers or all tight ends. So it's definitely interesting. And there's some IDP stuff in it too, but it's just literally for one player. Like, yeah, you can definitely get like if somebody throws an interception, one of your players can make a tackle, you get a point for that. So there is that. So if you're on a team, if you have players on a team that or a quarterback throws a lot of interceptions, then that's something you kind of look at.
So you want to know what's weird? It's my turn, but I can't draft anybody. I just put the guy I'm drafting in the queue.
Just reset it.
So
Just refresh.
He's gonna pick it. It's gonna obviously pick.
Just refresh your page.
There you go. You were right.
Gotta love bugs, dude. Glitches. What's up, Bill? How you doing, brother? Man, I appreciate you helping me out with the Minneapolis stuff, man. It's been huge. It's been very helpful. I've been picking up all the stuff, so you've been a huge help, man. I appreciate you.
Greg is in the house too. What's up,
Greg?
Greg?
Andrew's here. We had someone drop out last minute, so we're just rolling with it.
Team 12 did a double tight end tap. Did you see that? Bowers McBride. I like that.
Yeah, like you said, we just talked about, you can literally start any position. You're going to start up to two quarterbacks. So you can start up to any position other than that. As many as you want.
I started Gibbs and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts in round 2 seems a little nuts to me. Like, I know I get it, like, because, quarterbacks are, because of the starting lineup format, the quarterbacks are kind of devalued a little bit. But, I mean, come on now. He runs the ball, he gets first downs, scores touchdowns, and they should, if, that whole NFC East got better offensively. So I think that they end up with a little bit more passing volume than they did last year. Like, I don't even think he had over 400 and something. He had a small amount of passing attempts last year. And I think that has to go up. There's got to be some positive regression coming there. So, I'm in on round 2 Jalen Hurts. Chase, who you pairing Chase with?
I think I'm going Lad. Oh, shoot. Drake London was there. I didn't see that. Damn it. Shit.
I mean,
I'm good with it regardless, but damn.
I can flip a coin. I guess I would say London has a slightly higher ceiling.
Yeah, but if you're going receptions, first downs, I think I'm going
Lad. I mean, yeah, you can't complain.
Touchdowns, maybe Drake London. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a coin flip, but I'm pretty high on Drake London. Dang, I wish I should have looked a little harder. Use that time. I should just start using my queue. I just can't put it on the live screen here because people will see it. What's up, Rich?
Where we at? Oh, third round reversal. That means I'm picking soon. Wow, McCaffrey is just staring at me. Hold on, let me see who else is on the board. Hell, it's a mock draft. I'm going to take him. I think Hoff is probably upset about that. I didn't even consider Hoff being the 49er fan next to me. I should have just picked somebody else. Sorry about that, brother. He was just staring at me, though. I mean, if he stays healthy, that's a bargain. Round 3. Coach Craig's in the house.
What's up, Coach?
Nice. Caleb Williams. That is Andrew with the Caleb Williams pick.
See, like Gibbs following you all the way there. That's insane. That's such a good value.
Yeah, I mean,
So we talked about this. So Jamar Gibbs had the most first downs and most touchdowns out of all running backs combined. And Detroit Lions led the league with most first downs and most touchdowns.
that's because their defense was depleted. But, I mean, I still think they'll be high flying offense regardless, even if their defense improves. I mean, it's not going to hurt Gibbs. So, he's still going to be on the field regardless. Not even worried about Montgomery. He averaged just under 19 points per game with Montgomery in the lineup. So, I mean, he's worth the first round pick all day.
That's not updating my fucking.
You're up.
Yeah, I was trying to update my.
Bo Nix.
It wasn't updating.
Baker Mayfield with the 6-point passing touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking. You're right. Yeah, I'm really high on him this year too.
There's no reason to not be. I mean, nothing's changed. He's even added a youngster. One thing I noticed is his ADP's been moving up, actually. And in the format I play on high stakes on 6-point passing TDs, he's been going earlier and earlier. So he was initially like rounds 8 through 10. He's moved up significantly. People are taking him in the 6th.
Hoff said he didn't appreciate
it. I didn't even look to my left. This is the downside of drafting on the computer. If we're at a live draft, I would never, ever take McCaffrey next to you, man.
I guess I could have got a stack, had a fun stack there and gone T. Higgins. But I'm going to take a tight end on a team that scores a lot.
I like it.
I think let's say Joe Burrow had the most touchdowns last year. I think I saw that. Let me see. Let's see what
Kittle. Sorry about that. Sorry. I was looking to see if Kittle was picked, but he was. Yeah, you got the last up elite tight end, I guess you could say. I don't know if TJ Hawk can be considered elite.
I mean, he could be this year.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, he's definitely bonding with JJ McCarthy. They're bonding.
And if Addison gets suspended, he'll have an uptick for those games for sure. But the thing with him is, one reason why I've never ever had him on any of my teams, even a couple of years ago when he was like the value tight end. He doesn't stay on the field. I'm afraid he's going to get hurt. Like, I don't know.
Rashee Rice. Alvin Kamara, that's good.
I have my Scott Fish guys that there's guys I target in Scott Fish Bowl drafts that I don't target all the time in redraft. Kamara is one of them. Not that I'm out on. I mean, I'm way in on Kamara this year. I'm just talking about previous years. And the other guy is still on the board, so I won't say his name. Doesn't mean I'm going to pick him though. If I don't pick him, once he gets picked, I'll mention who it is.
Remember, just so y'all know, you don't have to start a quarterback, but you can. You can start two. So I guess for me, we kind of talked about this in last week's show. For me, it's like I'll probably grab one quarterback and then I'll fade it probably till like really late and just grab some guys that can maybe fill in for Baker's bye week. But it's not even necessary if you have a team that's loaded with guys that are going to score.
Oh, I forgot about the defensive scoring. Shit. There you go, Hoff. I returned the favor back.
Yeah, that's right there because
it's so much better pick than not so much better pick than Adams, but he is like probably the only guy capable of getting points in chunks from that part of the scoring system.
Oh yeah, he could have like 40-point weeks, dude.
50, even close to 50 if he hits offensively too.
Oh yeah.
I had a guy like that last year. His name was Turpin. Turpin was a beast.
Oh, did he have return yards?
Yeah. He outscored CD Lamb, and I had CD Lamb. I used a first round pick on CD, and my kick returner, the one kick returner that I drafted, outscored CD Lamb in Scott Fishbowl scoring. I flexed him. He was in the lineup most weeks. There were some weeks where, I liked what I had going on in my bench, so I didn't play him. I think there was one spike week that I missed out on, but I caught all the other ones. It's one of those guys that you have to play, and if he gets the 3, he gets a 3, and if he gets you the 46, he gets you you just have to put him in the lineup and live with the results. Trevion Henderson's a good pick. It's an auto pick. Son of a bitch. I was almost gonna pick him.
Remember, I think last time I didn't take like any running backs. There's just receivers I'd rather have.
Jeez. Oh no, James Cook went. That's the other guy. He's a great Pete took him. James Cook is a great Scott Fishbowl scorer and system guy.
Yes, he is. I was hoping if he would have fell to me, that's the guy I was taking. No way.
He fell to me. He fell to me last year. I remember going, "Oh my god, I can't believe James Cook is still here." I think it might have been the 6th round, and I was like, "Yeah, I think it's time."
Man, I really don't want to pass on this guy, but I'm probably going to.
Oh shit! There's a good receiver still sitting there. Real good one.
Yeah, I know. I see him. I'm between him and trying to do a fun stack, but I don't know if I'd want to do it now. That's not who I was thinking of.
Oh, Devonta Smith? Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
Oh, that's not who I'm thinking of.
Oh.
So the guy I was gonna take was Chuba, but he went. So I'm gonna go with Xavier Worthy.
That's not bad.
Oh man, look at his end of year last year. Holy moly!
I know that, but I mean, if Rashee Rice is healthy and playing well,
I think it'll be a different team this year.
no, I know, but I mean,
He didn't, last year was his rookie season, dude, and this is his week. They didn't play in week 18, but this is his week 15 through the playoffs. So he scored, let's see, PPR 19 points, 20 points, 22 points, 35 points, 22 points, and then 8 points. That's fucking. He said if Rashee Rice isn't suspended or in jail, you mean?
I don't think he's going to get suspended. I like Rashee Rice this year. I mean, I think he's. I mean, you're getting him around. Am I on the clock? No, you're getting him around cheaper than what you would be. Get it? He's coming off an injury. He's got the Lumen suspension thing, but I don't think he gets suspended until next year.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit harder of a case. We were talking about Jordan Addison. He might get suspended.
I'm still in on him. I'll take a discount. Bring the discount.
Trial is July 14th or something like that. So
of course that news came out a day after I drafted him in a draft, where obviously now he's gonna drop a little bit. I'm on the clock. Judkins is there. That'll give me Stroud.
Mel asked where am I at? I'm over at my girlfriend's house. So I'm like, I had to come over here and tend the garden because it rained today. I had to pick the lettuce, so it keeps growing, and then feed the cats, and I got some laundry going. But she's comes back tomorrow. She's back home in New York, so I'm just over here hanging out. Gonna watch some basketball. I know you hate basketball.
Oh, Mel?
Yeah, she hates basketball.
It's hard to like it these days.
Oh, dude, I was talking about that at the bar, man. It's not even that. It's all sports. Everything now is just around sports betting. Troy Aikman came out today and said that he's really frustrated now. Like he said they should be understanding of they should be calling the calls right because the sports bettors do depend on that, and they make calls and the bad referee calls and the questionable calls that alter games are really affecting not only the fans watching the game but the sports bettors.
Yeah,
and that's kind of a good call, man, because there's too much.
It's true. It's true because it's really not that hard to call basketball. You can tell when it's a charge. You can tell when there's body contact. Like if you have two eyes, you can see the play. I mean, I don't know.
There's so many missed. The way that game ended was crazy. You knew that was going to happen. That was my turn. Let's see. Who's here?
Thunder up. Mm-hmm. Ain't you guys rooting for the Pacers? I can't say I want to root for any of them, to be honest with you. I don't know. I guess I like Halliburton. I liked him last year, and then when he got hurt, I was like, "Oh, the Pacers are done." I so wanted him to stick a fork in the or at least try to spoil the Celtics' plans last year. But then he ended up missing the rest of the series, and I was like, "Forget it. They got no chance now." And the Celtics friggin' just walked into the finals. Who just took Andrews? That's a good pick. Or maybe Andrews didn't get picked. He just moved up. He just moved up on the list. Good night, Greg.
Later, Greg.
Thanks for coming in, man.
I'll take Mark Andrews.
One of the best values in the draft. But, I mean, as a guy who's had Andrews in the past, I will say he's always nail biting. But you already got a tight end. It's not like you're relying on him.
Can play him in the flex.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all flex, I guess.
And in those stat one tight end formats, it's so hard to pick him and feel comfortable about him being your own. Like, I feel like you almost have to get a good backup.
Oh, better turn that down. Reggie Miller. Andrew said low-key loving this draft.
Who's he got? Let me see. Genty, Henry. Oh, yeah. Caleb, Drake May. My quarterbacks from last year. Nice. Rashee Rice, Derek Metcalf. Oh, DK Metcalf. I don't know why I said Derek Metcalf. That's weird. Roma Dunze, Evan Ingram. Nice. Good pick. Swift, another good pick.
You're all about him this year in a weird way.
I've been in on him since February, man. I knew they weren't going to sign nobody or draft nobody. Well, they did draft a Manung guy, but whatever. 7th round pick. I'm going with another one of my guys.
Yeah, my back is sore from when I fell the other day, dude. There goes Bryce Young. That's a good pick. See, if Chuba was there, then I would have probably tried to get. I would have picked Chuba, and then I probably would have grabbed Bryce Young, and then had a fun little stack. Laporta, Chuba, or with who did I have?
I just did a stack.
I thought I grabbed somebody else. Yeah,
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty cheap, high upside Scott Fishbowl stack. 8 round 8, round 9.
Cam Ward, really? I like it. Damn, you already got 3 quarterbacks. I am staying away from Stroud. That dude killed me last year.
I know, but I mean, he could bounce back. So I mean, that offensive line is pitiful, but he could bounce back. I like Jaden Higgins.
Oh my goodness!
And I like Jalen Noel. So I mean, Noel. I think it's Noel. Jalen Noel. I think that's how you say it.
I thought it was Noel.
I don't know. Who knows? Doesn't matter. I'm terrible with names, anyways. Njoku. He snuck all the way down to round 9. Would love to see him get moved to like Kansas City. What do you think if Njoku got moved to Kansas City?
I don't know because they have a lot of tight ends there. Noah Gray's still there.
It would never happen. It would never happen because you're right about that.
I mean,
he's got to go somewhere, right? Because I think Harold Fannin is going to be nice. Well, they got Arroyo and Fant. And I'm still in on Fant.
Fant was relevant.
I'm still in on Fant. When he get who? What are you talking about?
Didn't he play for Miami? He played for
Noah
Miami.
Fant? I
Yeah,
don't
didn't he
think
get
so.
drafted? I think he got traded from Miami. He wasn't drafted by Seattle. He was traded there.
I know that when they use him, or when he gets used, he's good. That's what I do know. So, I mean, I would love Fant and the thing is, Seattle. I don't know why Seattle doesn't use the tight end. They had that 3 wide receiver thing. They went so with the Lockett and Metcalf. That's what kind of buried them. Play calling wasn't that great either. They friggin' uh, they killed year one JSN on top of it. It's like the hell. Kincaid, ETN. Is there any way we can turn the ticker off?
Yeah, you have to click that button on the.
Is
Up
it
at the
me?
top. Yeah, it's you, not me. Hmm.
There it is. Beautiful.
No running backs. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, because running backs score. I know
Yeah.
that wide receivers got juiced up this year, but I think that it's just to increase the scoring altogether. So I mean, it doesn't hurt. I don't think it necessarily hurts running backs to the point you should be fading them.
Oh yeah. Did Fan play for what? He must have played. Where? No, I'm thinking of someone else, not Fan. Yeah, Fan came from Denver. Who was the kid who played? I thought he also got traded to Seattle at one point.
From what team?
He played for the Dolphins, and he was supposed to be this big, like hyped up kid coming out of college, and then he just like became a huge dud. He's got like 2 letters for his first name.
Huh. I don't know why the only name coming to mind is OJ Howard, but he
That's
wasn't.
yep, OJ Howard. I was just
Is it
thinking.
OJ?
Yeah,
I
yep.
thought he was Tampa Bay initially.
Maybe you're
No.
right, Tampa. I knew it was some Florida team. Yeah, he was supposed to be this big hyped up guy, and all of a sudden he was just like this massive dud.
Yep. When Tom Brady was like, "Get this guy out of here," that's how you knew he wasn't.
Ugh, this is gonna be a hard game to watch.
Oh, I'm on the clock. Holy shit! Why didn't you tell me I was on the
14
clock?
seconds. Sorry, I was
Suck balls. Give me Cooper Cup with the receptions. If he doesn't break his kneecap again. Nah, I'm actually in on Cup. I've taken him in a couple spots. I think his price is nice this year. Much like Diggs. Mooney. Chabanez. I'm back on the clock.
this basketball game is gonna be nerve wracking.
What's the series at? 3-2 or 2-2?
It's at 2-2.
That's what I thought. What's your thoughts on Scatterable?
I was hoping he would fall for me. So I'm pretty okay on taking the risk. I wasn't really a big Tracy fan.
Really? I thought he looked good. See, I like the way Tracy looked, but based on where this team is at, I
The
think
whole
Tracy.
team is, you have no idea what the hell is going on with that team. The only thing that, or only person you really know is going to be good is
Neighbors.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's the only person you're going to be like, I'm still taking him in the first if I can.
I'm kind of in on Wandale too. He's going in like round 15. Wandale gets the targets. Get 90 to 100 targets.
Oh, my dog just escaped the yard. Gotta go. Oh no, Eric. Catch him if you can.
Must be a Jack Russell Terrier. Those little bastards, they can dig under the fence and they can jump over the fence. You name it.
So like every time right before I pick like a guy, they go at running back. So then I just don't pick running back. Like I would have took Najee there, but he's gone. Now I'm looking at guys here and I'm like, meh.
Keon Coleman. Trey Harris. I'm not really trying to pay attention to what Rick's doing because I think he's trying to throw me off his scent.
Like, what do you think about like Josh Downs? Like, do you think that he's going to be super relevant this year or not?
Yes, I do. I think with the addition of Ty Warren and the I think the importance of having a downfield deep threat is kind of overrated going into this year, just because teams have gone out of their way to prevent the big play.
You're
So
talking
I
about
feel
Pittman?
so. Yeah, I'm talking about Pierce. I'm talking about Pierce not doing so many wind sprints anymore, and I'm talking about the offense getting consolidated down a little bit because Daniel Jones is a quarterback that needs consolidated options. I don't think he needs to be spreading it around to 6 different guys. I think down, and if you're going to put your 2 best players out there, it's going to be Pittman and Downs, and Ty Warren, and you let Ty Warren be the wrinkle in the offense that kind of cancels out the deep threat as far as how the defense is going to prepare. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that they need to phase out Alec Pierce, and not phase him out, but use him less. Like, I think Downs needs more than 60 to 70%. Downs needs to be around 80, around the high 70s, 80% snap share. And you got 2 great running backs. I'm huge on DJ Giddens coming in. I think it's a great landing spot for him. I know he's probably never going to see the field as long as Taylor's healthy, but he could be, like I said, like they have enough. He's a gadget. He could be a gadget guy in year 1. In this team could look very differently. Is all I'm saying, and I think that Downs is the beneficiary here.
First running back.
Ramondre.
Of course, they're going to call foul against Indiana. So it's going to be all night. That's not a foul. It's 2 guys going for the ball. The one dude just fucking. I hate the flop, man. The flop is the dumbest thing in the NFL or in the NBA. What do you think? 2.5 flops for SGA tonight? Would you take the over or under? Oh, you probably don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Who was SGA? what's his name?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, and then, now that makes sense.
He's on the free throw line a lot. Let's just say that. Oh, I got the game on right now, Bill. Indiana scored. Oklahoma scored. It's tied. Shea just missed a shot. Out of bounds. OKC. Indiana ball. Yeah, this is going to be a really tight one tonight, I think. It's going to go to whoever has the most free throws, which is going to be OKC.
That's who you should have took instead of Ramondre.
Who?
Likely. It goes with your team, you know.
I don't mind Ramondre in the 12th.
He's definitely still going to be involved. I still see him getting
He's going to get
100
touchdowns.
160 to 180 carries. That's where
I think if they're smart, they start using them in the just using them in the red zone.
I'm not paying attention to what you're doing, Rick, because we've talked about this before. In the first year and the second year, you've never, ever, ever, ever seen me do a Scott Fishbowl mock draft, nor do I ever even pay attention to the ADPs that the website posts. I will, yeah, well, now I do. Now I'm on the sports affiliation, so these guys got me mock drafting. But that was my take on the Scott Fishbowl. The thing to me is, every Scott Fishbowl draft is so different from the next. Like, I've seen Trey McBride go in like the back end of round 2, and then I've also seen him go like pick 6. So that's why I don't really pay too much attention to the mock drafts. What I do like, though, is as Scott Fishbowl season rolls along, when people take the screenshots of the live draft boards, I'll pay attention to those. Those carry a little bit more weight to me than the mock drafts. So as far as ADP goes, ADP landscape, I'll pay attention to those. But I'm not having a strategy until we're sitting there shooting the shit, having drinks, and the draft board's in front of us, and we're walking up to the thing, picking out the stickers.
We're also going to start seeing some of these drafts, the live drafts start happening soon, and you're going to see some of those results, and you're going to be like,
yeah,
all right,
that's what I'm saying. I pay attention to those live draft boards.
So like right now, this is just fun, kind of seeing where players are falling, kind of seeing what other people are kind of thinking about. People are still like playing with strategies right now. So
I just auto pick both. Am I on auto pick?
I'd be okay with that.
Because I was talking. Yeah, no, that they were in my queue. That's who I was going to pick.
That's why you said a queue.
Of course, I'm prepared. Man, I'm like not so talkative tonight. I'm so like tired. I did that late night draft last night. I didn't get over till midnight.
Of course, they're not going to call any fouls. Dude, this shit's crazy.
Sniper Mel. Russ Davis. I like that. Jordan Mason. Locking up all the good handcuffs.
Sam Darnold. Rick, I haven't decided yet. I might actually I'm not going to sit there with my computer and do it. I might just pop in a few times here and there, like live stream from my phone, get a couple picks, and then pop out. That's probably what I'm going to do. Because actually, to set up a live stream, I wouldn't be able to pay attention to anything else that's going on in the draft. Helping out, doing all that stuff. So unless you have somebody there that's with you.
I know. You need a cameraman, basically.
Oh, shit. There's somebody here I really like, but I'm going to go here instead. Marvin Mims.
I think he's a pretty good sleeper this year.
I think it's a good late pick.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's another guy that's sitting there. If he comes back to me, I'll grab him. I don't think he will, but I already have one of his teammates. You're up next, so don't miss out.
I be on, and then I got my guy keyed up. Boom, boom. There he goes. I'm picking him. Try to get guys that like get targets that also get first downs. I think Wandale fits that mold. Who took Bryce Young?
Yeah, I wanted him too.
And
So I
there you
said
go.
I would have liked to have him. He went up. Let's see. Bryce Young, Duarte took him with Michael Penix, and he just took Dart, which is kind of fun.
Oh.
He said we call those chain movers. Robinson.
Yeah. You better take him, Duarte. You better take him, because if not, I'm picking him. Boom, boom, boom. I feel like doing the Jeopardy song. That's what we should stop putting when it's in the last 30 seconds.
Oh, just the troll.
Yeah.
I'd be thinking he'd be playing it for me every time.
You went Schultz, so you didn't take him. I'm taking him.
Sanders, man.
Mm-hmm. We sniped each other's tight ends, but in reverse form.
Yeah,
Right? I have Stroud and he has Bryce Young.
yeah, Sanders would have been fit that better.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. He was looking too. I think he was like, I'm gonna snipe him instead. Not that I was definitely not taking Schultz. I would take Gesicki before I take Schultz.
I don't know what they're doing, dude. They're not going to call contact against, OKC, man. It's just what's going to happen tonight. They're
What
calling
do we
all
got? What do we got for a score for an early score? Not that it matters at
12
this
to
point.
19. OKC is up. They were down and had a huge run. A lot of contact on one side. They don't call. Yep. They didn't call that. Contact on that shit. Should be and one right here. Boom. No call. That's crazy sauce. If that was SBA, dude, they would have been fucking. He would have got 18 free throw shots for that. It's insane, dude. This is so crazy to watch. It's
Selective,
refereeing is so bad.
selective whistles.
Yep.
I hate that. Yeah.
It's so obvious. Rick says OKC in 6, dude. Yeah, I mean, I could see it.
their defense is smothering. I will say that. From what I watched, they really like sloppy up the game, and they're more physical than any other team that's in the playoffs right now, too. So that'll come into play.
Oh, Mel took JJ McCarthy. I like it. And I think I'm gonna do this. I don't know why, but I think I'm gonna do it. Aaron Rodgers.
If you look at the numbers from last year, you're like, whoa. And then you think about like what you saw, like what you actually watched, and you're like, no way. You're like, hold on. This is the numbers. This is the video. Something's not adding up. And so, that's kind of why I'm not all the way out on him. I just hope that him and Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith can be good with no chaos. And I don't see that happening.
I mean, I don't know. He's got a good receiver.
Yeah, but he's got two phenomenal running backs.
Yeah, and his receiver is a huge diva. Dude, 3 of you there and you can't rebound. Holy spot. It's crazy. Hopkins, I like that pick.
Phenomenal running backs. You don't like Caleb Johnson and Jalen Warren? I shouldn't say phenomenal running backs. You're right, Coach, but they mesh well together. Their styles mesh well, and they need to be utilized based on the lack of weapons on the team currently. They could go out and sign Keenan Allen or Amari Cooper or whatever, but and they got Fryermuth, Calvin Austin. I would say they need to utilize those two running backs. That's what I'm
Nick
getting.
Chubb. Nick Chubb.
We know Aaron Rodgers doesn't like to utilize his. Yeah, Kenny Gainwell too is another one. Aaron Rodgers probably likes Kenny Gainwell out of all three. That's the funny part. Because he's just the kind of player that Rodgers likes to target. You could just tell. You could just tell. No, like Alan Lazard, like he's like the Kenny Gainwell of wide receivers. Like it totally makes sense. Like Gainwell would get some targets this year from Aaron Rodgers.
Pat Bryant. Amari Cooper. Yeah, Rodgers wouldn't like that. You need to slow down. Indiana's gonna lose this game because they're frustrated.
I'm on the clock. Let's see, who am I picking here?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think it goes to game 6. I really think it goes to game 7. I think they go back to Indiana. Indiana wins in Indiana. They go to OKC and they win there. Like that just makes much more sense for the narrative. That's just me. NBA makes more money, more betting.
Calvin
I like
Austin
Calvin
is
Austin, dude. I do. I like him a lot. Dude, you can get him so late. Probably undrafted.
Do you think that they add a veteran wide receiver though? Because you think Aaron Rodgers calls for somebody?
Alan Lazard.
I'm hoping not, because I actually like Fryermuth so far too for the same reason. Going so late.
The Lizard Man. He always brings somebody.
Scotty Miller. He got targets from Brady. Although I still say Tom Brady was all about adding new players to his touchdown list. Like all the different players that he's thrown at least one touchdown pass to. That's how Scotty Miller got involved. Let's see, Chig. I took Chig. Take another tight end. I'm just going to bully tight end.
Ferguson. Oh, my back is killing me, dude. Oh,
Yeah, I think he'll be a late season bloomer. I don't know if he hits like immediately, but it could be mistaken.
slow down. They
I'm
don't
afraid.
call anything. This is insane. Yo, get rejected, Caruso. You suck. Take that bedband home, bro. Looking like Elmer Fudd and on Space Jam.
The thing with Higbee is when Higbee's healthy, he plays like 88 to 100% of the snaps. So if Terrence Ferguson, like I don't know how they plan to use him, but if he can learn like all of the tight end traits and completely bump Higbee, he that's where he intrigues me because then he'll get that 90% snaps. Yeah. What I fear is playing them both and kind of sabotaging each other a little bit. But
Dude, me and my girl both hate on Caruso. He's a little B word.
Caruso.
Dude, he's a little B. He's a B word. I'm telling you, dude, go look up pictures of Elmer Fudd in Space Jam and then compare him to Caruso, and you're gonna laugh. I'm telling you, it's like identical.
No.
He's got he's bald white guy, and he wears a headband. Literally looks like Elmer Fudd in Space Jam.
Tyler Shug. We're in round 16.
Coca.
Jalen Coca sighting. Nice. What do we get? What did we get? Wife just texted me, said the rental car is confirmed for Ohio. So when we land in Cleveland, we'll have that car to drive to the expo.
It's a minivan.
The minivan. Rick's gonna get to ride in the Cadillac when we go down to Scott Fishbowl. Mr. Rick Avery.
You see what Coach said?
What he's like, Caruso, the lunch pail light guy, wide receiver, the chance wasn't there. Toyota Corolla, we're going in a tuna can. Oh man.
Yo, let's go. The Rolla. The Rolla.
I'm gonna be rolling up in a Toyota. I love it.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna see if every year I usually take my mom's car because she's got a nice Subaru with all the. It's nice, but because my truck, man.
Yeah, Rick, I just
better
bought a
for-
nice caddy for the wife. It was her Mother's Day anniversary present. It's great. Our anniversary and Mother's Day fall on the same weekend, and then my birthday and Father's Day fall on the same weekend. So we knock it all out in one shot. Yeah, Rick. Yeah, Rick. We'll be going to Scott Fish Gillette Stadium in the caddy.
rolling in the caddy.
Sunroof open. We'll be chilling. Oh, I'm on the clock again. Shit. Give me Brashad Smith.
Yeah, OKC can just get better and better because they have so many draft picks.
We lost JC to the basketball game. What's the score now?
It is 16-23. Someone's at the free throw line. India, yeah, Thunder's up. 17-23 now.
I love it. That's how you know which team you're rooting for when you say the score backwards.
Well, I mean, Indiana's.
Yeah. I think you're rooting for
Good rebound. The shortest player on the court gets the rebound. I love it.
Oh, I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock too much.
Hey, you said I'm not paying attention. What about you?
That's because I shut the sound off. I got to get used to it.
It's a Forester. It's a pretty nice vehicle. I mean, I wouldn't. I like WRX. That's what I owned before. But and I had a wagon and I loved it. But yeah, hers is a wagon, and I mean I like it because it's nice for the. I mean, I drive 12 hours, so it's nice to have the cruise control. Damn, what a 3-pointer by OKC. Whoo. But otherwise, I might drive my Xterra. It'll be a little bit more bumpy, and no cruise control.
Subarus and minivans in the Boston area, you got to watch out for those two vehicles when you're going around, you're approaching a rotary, or you're in a rotary and a Subaru comes up, and they're supposed to. You guys have rotaries in Minnesota?
Roundabouts?
Roundabouts, yeah. So you're supposed to yield to the people that are already in it. But it's always a Subaru or a minivan, and you already know, you're like, I'm gonna have to brake, and the guy behind me is gonna fucking rear end me. It's like all that goes through your mind when you see it. Rick said he has a Subaru.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's no calls. They are just not calling anything Indiana's way. She says a rotary.
That's what we call it over here. I know it's different for everywhere else. Blakely is correcting me.
Oh, these flops are ridiculous. It's crazy.
The roundabouts.
Oh my goodness, dude. That is the biggest flop I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's the thing. It only Andrew's right. It only works. It works, but it only works if everybody follows the rules. And if one person doesn't follow the rules, somebody's slamming on their brakes and like accidents happen. Especially if it's like a big, like the bigger the roundabout, I'll use roundabout. The bigger the roundabout is, there's one that in the city that I grew up in that had 586 accidents on it in 1 year. I forget what year it was. And there was like 13 fatalities. So it's like, if it's a big one, people are usually, and it's coming off of a major highway, people usually have speed. They go in like 30 to 45 mile an hour range. So when somebody cuts you off and the guy behind you is going that fast and you step on the brakes, disaster happens. Like, it's just terrible when one person doesn't follow the rule. And like the person behind should already be looking like to see the situation unfolding, and they're not. Like, they're not doing what they're supposed to.
Jalen Naylor.
Pete knows he's a big rig driver. You definitely know Pete because you've probably had to try to not kill somebody at least 10 times per year.
Damn, dude. Yeah, they're gonna run away with this game. 10-point difference.
Nick Westbrook and Keeney, holy crap. I forgot he was on the Dolphins. Taking another chain mover if he's still there when it comes back. We don't know what team he's going to be playing for yet, but he's a chain mover nonetheless. Oh, I'm on the clock. I'll just take that chain mover then. I thought I was waiting for my turn to come back around.
Keenan Allen, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Don't you have Cam Ward too?
Yeah, but what's that got to do with Keenan Allen? You think he might go to Tennessee?
What? Oh no, that's what's his name from
I did take Chig too. I took Chig in a few rounds after I did the
old
Ridley.
Seahawk. Tyler Lockett, he went there. Should have took him.
Nah, I'm not. I think he's dust. I'm gonna add to the stack though.
He's dust.
Rick says he's sure he's going to the Steelers. It makes the most sense.
No, he's not. He already denied it.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, he already turned it down.
It makes the most sense. Yeah, but turn it down for now, and then when he realizes he ain't going anywhere else, then maybe he comes back. Or
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like the situation.
I think he wants to go somewhere where he can with his rookies. Like, I think he enjoyed helping out Odunze last year, and I feel like that's where he's at. Like, he likes to. I've seen some interviews with him where he was like, the highlight of his year was mentoring the younger players. So that makes sense why he wouldn't want to go to Pittsburgh. Because they have be him and DK Metcalf. You're right. It could that whole situation seems like chaos. Like, I don't see Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is going to be the one that has to make that work, and not Pittsburgh organization. So we'll see. Gadsden, that's a nice pick. Good pick, Rick.
It's probably a wasted pick, but if he comes back and plays, why not Taysom Hill?
One more round. Want to shout out at the FF Realist, Mike Hoff, for hopping in. We had one spot open,
Oh yeah, dude, he's a
getting
beast.
close to crunch time, and he jumped in. Really appreciate that, brother.
Hoff, where's my Hunter Hurst card you were gonna send me, bro? Still waiting for the Triple H card. Hunter Hurst,
Nice. Yeah,
or Hayden Hurst. My
he's
bad.
got.
Hayden Hurst. Him.
He strikes me as the guy who would have a nice WWE slash
No.
WWF.
It's Hayden.
It's
Hayden Hurst. He used
it's
to play.
Hayden Hurst. Oh,
Yeah,
Hayden Hurst. I thought you were talking about.
I call him Triple H because I call him Hayden Hurst Helmsley, like
I
Triple H.
thought we were talking about wrestling memorabilia, which Hoff probably has some. Is what I was getting
He's a
at.
former Gamecock.
AJ Dillon. Nice.
She said I love my last pick.
Yeah, I like it too because Saquon has no problem sitting his ass down if it's 34-0 and he already has 150 and 2. and AJ Dillon could easily do a 12 carry for 79 yards, couple of first downs. Be interesting to see how Dillon looks behind the Philly offensive line. I mean, I'm not expecting much, but I kind of was out on AJ Dillon after the first year. I don't know, Mel. Interesting ad for sure.
Mike Williams.
I'm going up. Nope, no, Fant got picked, so now I got to look for somebody else. Let me see.
Siakam with a night turnaround.
Wow, there's like nobody left. There's no hidden gems. I just scrolled down to like 326. I didn't see much. Let me go back up to the top.
Mel said, I think AJ Dillon's really going to play this year.
I'll take a shot on Zach Moss. Why not? I saw that.
I thought about him too, man. I looked at him a couple times.
Like I said, I just don't see him being relevant. I don't know. They signed him obviously to do what I just said, to come in when they're beating up on some team and Saquon's all done.
All right.
I don't.
Let's see here. Let's go. I want you to go through Mel's team.
Mel.
Yeah.
All right. Let me highlight our team on my screen so I can do this properly. We got Mel starts off with Bijan. That I have no complaints with. AJ Brown, George Kittle, Kyron Williams. So she's got AJ Brown. If he gets any type of increased volume, that's a smash pick. As we know, Philadelphia didn't throw much, but I have a suspicion they're going to need to throw some more this year. George Kittle, late round third, tight end premium, can't complain. Great pick. Kyron Williams going for the volume. They're going to run him until he falls off. JJ McCarthy, I like this. I'm in on JJ McCarthy. I think that by default, I actually think he's better than Sam Darnold. Will he put up better than Sam Darnold numbers? Maybe not right away, but if he catches on down the stretch, I could see him like between weeks 9 through 17, like averaging better than what Sam Darnold was doing. She stacked T.J. Hawkinson there, so that's great.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Mel's been killing it. Then we got some high upside wide receivers with Jamison Williams and Matthew Golden. Spike week potentials there. Buka is again, if something happens to any of the veteran wide receivers there, Godwin, or if Godwin's not up to speed, at the beginning of the year. Booker could play a big factor. Shakir, number 2 in yards after catch, signed a 4-year contract with Buffalo. We know that Josh Allen trusts him more than any other pass catcher on that team. So love Shakir. Jordan Mason and Russ Davis locks up 2 of the better handcuffs. We know James Cook is waiting for his money. Until that happens,
Yeah.
Russ Davis is going to be highly sought after as a handcuff. And we got Hollywood Brown as a great one of my favorite mid to late round. I mean, in best ball, he's one of my most owned players in best ball, just based on where he's going. Josh Palmer, that goes with the rest of your Buffalo stack. Quentin Johnson, D Hop. I mean, I don't know about D Hop. I think the fact that they signed Bateman to 4 years, Andrews is healthy. They plan on using Isaiah Likely. Zay Flowers is entering year 3.
And he's
I
healthy.
think
Strong.
I think D Hop. I don't know. I just don't think he gets the volume. Noah Gray at tight end. That's pretty good. Late round tight end as well. Blake Corum, Roman Wilson, Tyler Higbee, Elijah Moore again with the Bills, and then of course her A.J. Dillon pick at the end. I like it. No complaints out of me, other than the couple that I complained about. But overall, very good, Mel.
Let's see. I want to go through Yahola's real quick, just because he went a lot of tight ends here. Bowers, McBride, that was an awesome turn. What do you think about Bucky here? Bucky, Murray, Love.
I have to let me see how we picked Bucky. I'm only in on Bucky on certain builds.
So he took him over McCaffrey, Taylor, Jacobs, Williams, Hall. What do you think about that? Chase Brown.
Wow. So Bucky. Okay. So
because I know you're really you're high on God.
So I would have taken I would have taken every running back that went in round 3 over Bucky Irvin. I mean, I could be wrong. I just something about him I don't like. I think Rashad White is involved. He's involved in the red zone specifically. I think that caps Bucky's ceiling. There's going to be a lot of games where Bucky's floor is disappointing, and I'm worried about his longevity throughout an entire 18, 19 weeks with that type of volume. So that's why in his draft cost, you took him over McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, and Josh Jacobs, all volume monsters. So I don't know. He's still part of a committee, in my opinion.
I mean, you got 2 more. Then he went 2 more older guys. I mean, Mixon. They brought in Chubb. I think they're going to start running the ball more. That's my thought on why they did that. But Connor, don't know if he goes down at all. I mean, he's healthy until he's healthy, right? He's up there in age. But they're going to keep running him and depending on him until he falls apart. Robinson, I don't know about that. They brought in Debo. So who do you think is going to be the wide receiver in Green Bay? You think it's going to be Reed, Wicks? They got the new
Golden. They got Golden. This is why I'm in on Taco Craft.
That was his next pick, which I do like that.
But if I had to pick one, it's tough. I think I go Golden just because of draft costs. I think Jaden Reed ends up leading the team in targets this year, but it's not saying much because Dontavian Wicks led this team in targets last year, and I believe it was with 76. Nobody had more than 80. Again, why I'm in on Tucker Craft. If you're gonna, if the targets are gonna be that close, may as well target the tight end that's going after round 10. Right? Like when did he get Tucker Craft?
Round 10.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah, at the very end of round 10. Let's see here. Mooney, Beck, McMillan, Douglas, then Bigsby, Pierce. Goes more with Theo Johnson, which I like taking a flyer on. He got a little banged up last year, but when he played, he did well. Monangai, Hannon, which you like, but it just depends on if they move off of Njoku like you think there's possibly could.
I think it's a 100% a thing possibility, but we'll see. I think it's gonna. The season has to get away from them
I
first.
think it seems a little rough. I mean, I think it's got upside, but I think it's rough. Started
So
really hot.
Hector thinks he has the best team, so let's go over his team that's well drafted. However, I think not having enough tight ends in the 3.5, I think it's going to cancel out how well he did at the other positions. But it is a pretty good team. I looked at it. I looked it up and down real quick. You got Burrow round 1, 6-point passing touchdowns.
Yeah,
I like this.
number one passing, the number one touchdowns, or he had the
Yeah,
most touchdowns last
yeah.
season.
Oh yeah, he's got after I think he's the threshold. After him, then the gap between like I don't know what the score is. It 600. Well, say 600. Burrow's one of the guys that can get you 600 plus points in a 6-point touchdown
Yeah,
league in this scoring format. I guess with the first downs and all that, rushing first downs. I don't know if he runs that much, but then we got Nakua Harrison. I like it. You got high volume. Harrison should take over the target share in Arizona. We'll see about that though. McBride owned the target share last year, but Harrison should take a step forward. Marion Hampton, I like. I think you're gonna wait until he's gonna be a Scott Fish playoff time guy. I don't think
yeah,
he hits right away.
I like that.
What do you
I
think?
like that though. I like
Yeah,
I like taking that upside risk for playoff.
yeah.
Went later and took some other players too. I mean, like I said, you don't have to start him, and I mean, you're grabbing players later. This team is mostly running back, so you can
Yeah,
work
and
it
this is
out.
and this is why I'm worried about him making the playoffs because I think that you needed I don't necessarily think that the running backs he picked are going to provide a great floor. Some of them, yes, like Pollard is okay, but I think I honestly, and I've always been a Pollard guy, especially last year. But I think that Tajay Spears, the way he finished last year, he really started to flash, and I think that it's going to eat into Pollard's overall volume. Like he's not like Pollard was getting 20 carries a game last year. I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case as long as Spears is healthy this year, and they have much better quarterback play. So we'll see how that goes. I think Pollard might be used a little bit more of a gadget guy than of a high volume guy this year. Najee, Najee again, it's a floor play, floor volume play. Dobbins, he's going for carries. He's got guys that get carries, but they don't necessarily have big play upside. I like the likely pick, but again, not having a tight end, I think likely is an upside pick. He's not like a lean on tight end type of player. But I mean, you're flexing 9 guys and not necessarily a tight end, so I guess it doesn't really hurt that much. But I don't know, Hector. I think that your floor is a little bit low, and you're going to have some inconsistent weeks, and that's what I mean about your floor.
I think the amount of wide or quarterbacks he took is unnecessary too, especially when you took Purdy and Burrow up here. I think maybe if you want to take Sanders and then just roll with that, go for upside players instead of Cousins and Howard. I think that's more my opinion.
Zay Flowers not a high volume wide receiver. Juwan Jennings not a high volume wide receiver. I mean, you want to get volume in this scoring system.
Oh yeah. All right. think that's going to be it for tonight. I think we're going to take off tomorrow. Let's see. I know that damn it. Rick's show. It is dang, I can see his face. He does the Scott Fish podathon.
Sal Leno.
Yeah, Sal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
his
guest.
on tomorrow
Great
night.
guest.
Yeah, it's gonna be a super good guest. I got to hang out with him at the expo last year, and he's a pretty cool guy.
I hung out with him last year for a little bit. Scott Fish Boston. We talked for a little while. He's definitely a great guy.
Yeah, super good dude. So that's gonna be tomorrow night, and then your show on Wednesday. You can talk about that.
We got Billy Wasowski and Willie Biles. Again, two very successful high stakes players. One's a Hall of Famer. We're going to talk about the NFFC platform. All you guys that don't know about the NFFC, we're gonna talk about why we love it. Better than some of the other high stakes platforms that are more popular. We're gonna talk about their friendship. I won't go into detail because I'll save it for the show. But they have a unique friendship and mentorship. Billy showed Willie the ropes. Basically, anytime you're talking fantasy football with an Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then he immediately went in and won an overall title. So $250,000 too. Congrats to him for that. That was the 2023 season. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday, but we got two great guests, and I'm going to try to get as much draft and process. We're going to talk about process, how to approach contests that big and stuff like that. I can't wait. I'm hoping to learn some stuff myself.
And then what about
Thursday? I don't know the guest name offhand. Rick. This was one of Rick's weeks for preparation and all that stuff, but
I think you told me. Let me see. I didn't know if you had it right offhand. He sent it to me. Let me check my email.
Hold on. Get the show sheet over here.
It
is Christopher Pinto of Belly Up Sports.
Oh, there you go. I was checking my email, and that's the one for Sal.
This is another guy I don't know much about. So again, why I love doing the show. I get to meet some of these people that I don't interact with, and we'll see what this guy's all about. Always looking forward to the Thursday checkdown shows. Rick and I do a good job with that, and we have fun learning about our guests.
Just to let you guys know, also pretty soon Tip Major is going to be back doing a couple of these little short, like 15-minute shows, highlighting some like basically random stats. So make sure you be tuning into that. I'm going to be talking to him on Wednesday about it. I know he wants to start it up soon, so it'll just be a quick, short show, and it'll be like once or twice a week. So that's going to be pretty sweet too. So like I said, a lot of things are going to be coming back here as we get closer to the season starting up for football. Also, Scott Fishbowl is coming up. So if you're going to a live event or if you are in one of the areas, I would highly suggest that if you're not drafting at one, still go to one, check it out. So in case you want to get into it next year, there's lots of prizes. And I mean, depending on where you're at, here we're doing raffle. I know you guys are doing silent auction at the Boston, I'm sure. But yeah, a lot of raffle prizes. So it's pretty cool. Also the expo. So I'm going to put this up real quick. The banner, where is it at? If you're going to the expo, it's in Canton, Ohio. It is the week of, what is it, the 9th to 12th? Or is it I think the last day is the 10th, right? The 8th to the 10th? It's the weekend of the 10th of August. So go get your tickets because it is a hell of a good time. If you're into fantasy football, you want to meet some of your favorite analysts, just hang out with a bunch of people that are into fantasy football. There's a lot of events that go on through it. It's a Friday through Sunday event. The expo itself is on Sunday, so there's an actual expo. where you can talk to some of the analysts and go to their booths and stuff like that. But there's a party on Friday. There's poker tournament on Friday. They got bags tournament on Friday. I'm pretty sure they got beer pong tournament on Friday. I think there's also a golf tournament in the morning on Friday. So Friday's pretty busy.
I think there's a party on Saturday night too.
Yeah,
right?
Saturday is a big party. It's all draft day on Saturday. So there's like draft night out. There's Kings Classic.
Fans Classic.
Fans Classic.
Fans Classic. There it is.
So it's going to be a huge event on Saturday. There's a big party on Saturday, and then Sunday is the expo. And Joe, you're getting there on Thursday.
We'll be there Thursday afternoon-ish, I'm guessing.
If anybody's coming in on Thursday, we're gonna put together like just hanging out, go bowling on Thursday night. So I'm gonna look up and see what their bowling alley and stuff is out there. So I would highly suggest coming on Thursday because we're gonna do some kind of hangout. Maybe get some pizzas and stuff like that and hang out at the bowling alley. So this should be a good time. Get some pitchers of beer going. So yeah, it'll be a good time. So like I said, use the promo code. If you want to get $10 off tickets, and if you're gonna pay for the ultimate package, you can use TSA Fam 25 to get $25 off. So TSA Fam 10 gets you $10 off. Madison's gonna be a silent auction. That's
silent auctions are wild, dude. I got into it with over the Ty Law autographed jersey, and Sal. Speaking of Sal Leto, he was the guy. I was like, should I shut it down? Because this is like getting high for an autographed jersey. He looks at it, he goes, shut it down. And I was like, you're not just saying. I was like, you buddies with the other guy?
I'm saying, wasn't it?
Yeah. And he's like, no, honestly, shut it down. He's like, that's good enough. He's like, appreciate you running the price up for us. So I was like, but I really want that jersey. No, that was a good time.
Yeah, he's going to the Madison Live too, Mel. You should come to that one. That's what you should come to hang out. I know you're from Green Bay area, so you should definitely. That would be a fun one to come to. But we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go finish this game. It's terrible, so I'm gonna go stress over that.
Nice. Maybe I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, it's stressful.
Nothing else on, right?
It's gonna be OKC win, so you might as well bet on it right now.
It's that
or the win much, but it's gonna win you money.
That or the Rafael Devers less Boston Red Sox. What a disaster! All right.
Oh, by the way, so I do want to say something. So I did watch something crazy today. Arkansas, so the college baseball playoffs are on right now, and some kid he threw 117 pitches today. He played the whole game, and he almost had a no-hitter, except for he almost had a perfect game, except for in the 8th inning, he threw a pitch and hit a kid in the foot. So that ruined his perfect game, which has never been done. And then he ends up throwing a no-hitter, though, which was pretty cool. It's only been done, I guess, 3 times. So that's
117 pitches is pretty good.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was. I mean, they were playing some no-name. It was like Murray State. I'm sure Coach knows what Murray State is.
I did 8 1/3 one time in a high school game, and I threw 146 pitches.
Jeez.
But dude, your arm is like toast for like 2 days. I'm like, when is it going to come back? Like, it feels like it's just dangling. I'm like, when is it going to come back? Like you go to play catch the next day, and you're like, I can't play catch. It's like when you lift weights and then try to play basketball. Like if you do a gym day and then try to play basketball, your shot's all messed up.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for everyone hanging out tonight. Great time. Appreciate you, Joe. We're out of here.
No problem. Good night, guys.
Dang, it's downpouring now. Later.